Hey there, tubers. Today's video is going to be on the hydraulic oil analysis that I had done on my 2022 Bobcat CT5555's hydraulic oil. Now, the book calls out for oil change intervals of 400 hours, which is a complete drain and refill. And on this tractor and most of Bobcat's hydrostat tractors, they share the same oil for the hydrostat as for the hydraulic system. So they're one and the same, basically. Now, they do run separate filters. They have a filter for the hydrostat side and one for the hydraulic side, but it's the same oil that's running through there. So I got to the 400 hours on my tractor and drained the oil out and decided to send it in and have it analyzed just to see what was going on there. And I got the results back here. As a sidebar, one of the interesting things is on this 5555, they call out for the first change to be at 400 hours. But I have a CT2025 tractor, and it calls for the initial oil change to be at 50 hours, and then after that, every 400 hours. So it's just funny that on the bigger tractor, they don't have you do that initial 50-hour oil change, and I'm not sure why. And unfortunately, I didn't have the 2025's hydraulic oil sampled. At that time, it was like it's got 50 hours on it. I'm sure it's got stuff in it. I should have done it in hindsight, but I didn't because I'm actually somewhat surprised at how much iron and copper and insolubles are in this 55's oil. And as you can see, iron, copper, and insolubles are at or above the limitations for the universal average. The iron is about 3 times what the average is. The copper's about 4 times what it should be. And one of the most concerning things for me is the insolubles, which is right at the limits. And that to me is more reflecting as maybe poor filtration on that oil. I guess I should add in here that the filters that are currently on this change only have 200 hours on them because they have you change them at 200-hour intervals. So the hydrostat and the hydraulic filter were changed at 200 hours, and they'll be changed again here at the 400. So the oil's got 400 hours on them, but the filters only have 200 on them. So I don't know where my iron, copper, and insolubles would be if I was still running the original filters. So that kind of tells me there that it might be a filter issue on this insolubles. I'm not sure. I mean, you guys can weigh in on the comments of your thoughts on it. But, I would expect iron and copper to be elevated, and they are. So I expect on the next change for them to be down in the normal range. And if not, then I'll have to address it at that time. But the insolubles are the most concern for me. Now, I know that the hydrostat filter is an 11 micron, but I can't find anything on what the hydraulic filter micron is using Bobcat filters. So I don't know if maybe that one's higher yet, and that's why I'm getting the insolubles. I mean, obviously some of that is going to be the iron and copper that is in that oil, but some of it could be maybe the oil itself is is breaking down somewhat with the heat cycles. I'm not entirely sure. They did do a weight test, and I run the Bobcat hydraulic oil, and it does come back as a 20 weight oil, which sounds right to me. But I just wanted to get this out there in case anybody was curious as what's floating around in the oil at 400 hours and whether they should extend their intervals or not. I wouldn't, considering where the insolubles are at. But in the future, if I get another new tractor, I will definitely be changing the hydraulic oil at a much earlier time initially. And once I get to the next 400 hours and change it again, I'll sample it again and put up a video to compare them and see where we're at. But just wanted to get this out there and see if anybody had any thoughts or concerns and go from there. So questions or comments, just leave them below. Otherwise, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.